It doesn't look, my face is too big, Greg, it doesn't look right.
Is yours more chiselled than yours?
That's not true. That's not, just make my face smaller. His jaw's not more chiselled than mine. You've made the face too big. Yeah, that's better. That's better. If in the last year you've watched Barack Obama call Donald Trump a dipshit, or Mark Zuckerberg boast about controlling billions of people's stolen data, then you've watched a deepfake. It's the latest craze in AI, sort of like Photoshop on speed. Deepfake allows videos of celebrities to be digitally manipulated in order to have them do or say whatever mad nonsense the programmer decides on. Now I know what you're thinking, surely this could have catastrophic effects on the worlds of journalism, law and the nature of truth itself. But what you've got to remember is, I don't really care about that, because whilst this channel might masquerade as a journalistic mini-series, its primary function is to make me famous, inflate my ego and remedy my personal shortcomings. So let's start with that, shall we? The first thing that came to my mind after hearing about deepfakes was my ex, Katie. We broke up a few months ago, and though she never said so explicitly, I'm almost certain it was because I wasn't ripped enough for her liking. As a man who spends most of his time volunteering at his local donkey sanctuary, I have scarce opportunity to sculpt my body at the local gymnasium. And yes, I could pick up a dumbbell once in a while, but wouldn't it be far easier to win back her affection by professionally remastering my likeness onto the body of a well-honed athlete? Perhaps not, but it's what I decided to do anyway. In order to execute this, I would first need a body for my face to sit upon. So I hot-footed it over to my local gym in search of a jacked and tanned chap who'd be up for the task in hand. So I asked my local Pure gym whether I could go in to find some nice fit lads, but they said no, so I'm gonna have to just skulk around and track down some muscly men. Go to the gym? Go to the gym?
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Seem like quite a big boy, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
Can I put my we're doing a thing where I put my face on someone's body.
Right.
I just want to put my face on
No,
you.
no,
Oh, if you
no,
just,
no.
no. If I can just put my face on your body. Yeah, mate. Into the gym.
Yeah.
You doing a bit of weightlifting?
Yeah, I got some clients.
You look like you got quite a good bod. Could I put my face on your body? We're doing a deep fake thing.
Right.
It sounds a bit odd, but I just quite like to put my face. I imagine you've got quite a nice physique.
Yeah.
So can I just kind of put this there on your body?
You want to try?
It'll be like a movie.
Sound?
But it'll be a lot of fun.
By some miracle, a lovely young man named Nathan had agreed to stand in as my body double, which meant step one was complete. I had my producer book out a studio and assemble a sizable production team ready to move on to step two, making the deepfake. It actually only takes 2 steps to make a face swap. First, you compile thousands of face shots of the 2 people in question. This is why celebrities make such good subjects, as many photographs and videos of them already exist. An encoder then identifies the similarities between the 2 faces before compressing them both down to these shared features and merging them.
Now there are a few good ways to spot a deepfake. Firstly, check out the eyes. Most online images show people with their eyes open, so algorithms rarely learn about blinking. Other physical features to look out for include blotchy skin tones, strange teeth, and fine features such as hair, specifically fringes.
However, there really is no magic bullet for spotting a deepfake. For example, as soon as it was pointed out that eyes in face swaps don't blink, programmers started making ones that did. And the same is pretty much true for all of the other giveaways.
The progress we've seen in this technology in the last 2 years alone has been staggering, and it's only going to get better. In fact, most experts agree that very soon it will be impossible to distinguish between genuine footage and a doctored fake.
This, of course, was music to my ears, as the better the fake, the greater the chances would be of getting Katie back into my milky, untoned arms. Once we were done ironing out a few creative differences, we set about capturing the footage we needed. And I must say that I found the experience of standing shirtless next to a fitness model completely fine and in no way detrimental to my ego. We took a few supporting images that would be photoshopped to further validate my transformation, after which our editor Greg, under my close supervision, set about making the fake. Within a few hours, it was finished, and once I'd exchanged training techniques and numbers with Nathan, I sent him on his merry way.
It was only later, when I was relaxing with a customary glass of milk, that I came to ponder on the process. I'd been so caught up in the excitement of the fake that I'd failed to reflect on whether or not it was actually a good idea. So far, deepfakes have been used in all manner of nefarious activities, first and foremost, pornography. It's estimated that around 96% of the fakes in circulation are adult videos, and that 99% of these are of face-mapped female celebrities, suggesting this technology is being used in a violent and specifically gendered manner. Beyond this are issues of security. Deepfakes can mimic biometric data, potentially tricking systems that rely on face and voice identification, and it can fool real people in much the same way. A famous example of this occurring this year, when an energy firm almost paid out £200,000 to a bank account having been deceived by a computer-generated voice clone. And it's not just criminals. National governments are now getting in on the act. For example, a LinkedIn user named Katie Jones came under close scrutiny as specialists judged that the hundreds of images on her profile had been made using AI. It's thought that she existed as a deepfake cover for a foreign spying operation. Perhaps most terrifying is the war deepfakes are waging on truth, and the dodgy characters who are keen to use them as scapegoats. In a world where AI can mimic reality, anything is up for contestation, even damning evidence. Though caught bragging about grabbing women by the on camera, Donald Trump later suggested that this video had been digitally fabricated. And in an appalling turn, Cameroon's Minister for Communication dismissed as fake news a video that shows state soldiers executing civilians. All of this adds to a culture of distrust, in which people cannot or no longer bother to distinguish between truth and falsehood. And as this technology continues to improve, things will only get worse. As much as I wanted to ensnare Katie in my thirst trap, the idea of contributing to the erosion of trust and moral culpability in society began to weigh heavy on my mind. It seemed that the world of deepfakes wasn't really for me. And sure, I may have spent close to 4 Gs in the process of finding that out, but I reasoned that as long as I used the image of a semi-naked body as a thumbnail, I'd probably make that back in a day.
Hello there, Katie. My body's a temple. A big fuck-off temple. So yeah, just wondering what you're saying. Hit me up sometime, if you can handle the heat.
Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, do you want me to actually get on his feet?
There you go. Oh, that makes a very funny sound when I come up, listen.
That's all.
That's so funny.
It's normal, it's so normal.
I love that. All right.
And then that one here, go.
That sound is
Make sure
so
that sound,
great. Wait, Dylan, just get this in silence, please. We'll be